up, guys? Today we actually have a couple things we want to talk about. We have updates, scoops, and yeah, I mean pretty much that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about like winter content, why I haven't posted recently, and stuff like that. So let's just get right into that. So pretty much, I don't have an insane amount of money right now, which I mean is pretty much everybody in the dang world, unless you're a millionaire right now watching. Hell yeah, go you. Wish that was me. But we kind of have lots of things. Got to spread the money everywhere. Also can't overspend, whatever, yada yada. So just really hard to like squeeze in winter content all the time, but we are going to squeeze in some winter content, but I want to talk about something else first, so let's jump into that. Okay, so those of you guys that always do follow the channel, this is Alex's YZ125. And it didn't have spark. He wanted to do a build on it. And we started the build, we put a new carburetor on it, we did a couple things, spark plug, yada yada yada. I mean, if you watch it, I don't want to get too into it, because if you watch the videos, you know. Go back and watch the videos if you don't know. But it was having the spark problem, so it came down to the stator and the CDI box. So what he did was purchase the CDI box, he brought it over, we traced all the wires, we hooked it all up right, put it in there, kicked it over, still no spark. Doesn't really make much sense, but I guess realistically there's not much to these things, and what it comes down to is the stator. So he's gonna have to get a flywheel puller. You take this out of here, and then the flywheel puller has like a hollow nut. Instead of having threads in the middle, it screws into this piece and then it pulls it off. Showed that in one of my YFZ videos for this thing. So pretty much, if you watch that video, you know what the hell I'm talking about, and maybe you just know what I'm talking about. So that scratches off Alex's dirt bike on the list. That's why that's kind of just on the back burner right now. It's just really, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but just really ruins your willpower to want to work on it when you keep sticking money into it and it doesn't give you the like response you're looking for. So he's just shooting for spark. He wants to see spark before we tear it apart and start doing plastics and stuff like that. Let's move on to the next part of this chit chat session with the Eclipse. So right now I'm still just hustling with the t-shirts and working on the clips to fund myself by putting money in there and stuff. So honestly, you guys, insane. Literally insane. My t-shirt sales, I cannot believe you guys. Hold on, let me set you up so I can talk. My t-shirt sales did so good. So good. We sold over 50 t-shirts. I really did not think we were gonna do that. It was 50 t-shirts and 50 sweatshirts altogether. But the first batch was like 7, and then the next batch was, I think it was like 40 something. So yeah, we pushed over 50 units on sales, and that is just insane. So once I sell all those t-shirts and get them all out, because as of right now it's just a pre-order and I have it sent in to the lady. But once I get that back and I have all the money collected, I will have over $2,000 in the Eclipse fund. So that's huge. That is huge. We're working up. I'm thinking like maybe we're gonna need like $6 grand, something like that, because like we're talking, we need an ECU still, and I kind of want cams, and like if you're gonna cam it, maybe like, you know, do a little head work, yada yada yada. Like it's all open for discussion. I don't want to get too over my head, but I do already have the turbo. We already have a blow off valve. We already have a wastegate. We have a new intercooler. We even have an intercooler already hooked up on the car, but we have an extra one. We have Tyler's old catch can. Like, we have a lot of stuff already accumulated for the build. It just, like, really kind of just needs to be master crafted together and obviously brought to somebody that has turbo knowledge, can tune it, all-wheel drive dyno, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, I just really want to talk about that. And thank you guys a lot for everybody that bought t-shirts and stuff. And yeah, you guys are awesome. So that kind of brings me back to winter content just really being hard for me. Like last year I did like four-wheeling stuff in the snow and we had a couple builds and stuff, but I don't have $1 million flown in. Like I said before, I'm trying to save for the Eclipse. We also got to have money for the season, like when the season opener comes. And like me and the wife are trying to be a little bit more extravagant, so we've been doing some traveling and like doing some cool stuff like that. So I'm just really trying to just keep this whole YouTube dream of mine alive and keep everybody entertained. And that's why I'm making this video, because pretty much who's gonna watch this video is my people that watch my channel all the time and my subscribers. You know, pretty much this video is probably not gonna reach out to anybody new. So this is just keeping you guys up to date. So with that being said, let's jump into my next project and let's talk about that. So as you can tell by the tag, I'm sure you can already kind of guess what it is. So that tag doesn't say a date, but it does say a T125 Teo Teo. So what we are looking at right now is a chassis with no engine in it. So my parents were really good friends. They were trying to, from what my understanding was, is they did have this four-wheeler listed. Marketplace is just ridiculous. You get nothing but people that just give you headaches. Exhibit A. But I completely understood that, and this four-wheeler sat for quite some time, I guess. And the engine ended up seizing up, from my understanding, because like I said, my parents got this from their friends, so this is just like some like third-party story coming down to me. So four-wheeler sat, engine locked up, they took it apart, they tried to fix it, maybe, I guess, but I know that the engine was apart. Mission was not successful, and yeah, so here the four-wheeler sat with no engine in it. They weren't exactly sure what to do. I do believe that they were trying to sell it while the four-wheeler did not have an engine in it. But yeah, my dad is a scrapper. Pa be scrapping. So like, grill on the side of the road, I text dad, he goes and gets it. Washer, I'll text dad, he goes and gets it. Like if I see it, I'll hook him up, he goes and gets it. If I need any scrap metal, dad brings shit over here. So moral of that story is, Pa being a scrapper is the reason why we have, hold on, let me brace myself for this. This is why we have our new project that costed us nothing. That's right. You heard me. We just went from our $5 four-wheeler before, which I forgot to mention. That's why this space is open. We did sell the $5 four-wheeler for $400, boys. That's what's up. I love that. I love that. So that was from the package deal. It was $255. We got the go-kart and we got the four-wheeler. We sold the go-kart for $250. We fixed up the four-wheeler with some spray paint we had laying around here. We did stick some shocks into it. Just the fronts though, because we did buy a rear shock, but we ended up sticking it on here. So the extra shock we had from there, we had stuck on that extra little four-wheeler. But yeah, we sold that. It's gone. Not even 2 days later, my dad shows up with this and says that he accumulated this from his buddy. He ended up getting this for scrap. The guy was just over it. He's just like, you know what? Tom, Amy, you want that thing, you take it. Pa White's like, I know just the guy who wants that. It's me. It's his son. I wanted it. So, pretty much where we're at with this is we do have a Predator engine on the shelf over here. We do have the 224cc Predator engine. But I just don't want to jump into that. Pretty much mainly because, let me show you guys why I don't want to just stick the Predator motor into this thing. It's pretty much because Dude, everything's here. We have all the wires, the switches, neutral, drive, reverse, key switch, spark plug wire, coil. It's all here. Headlights, brake lights. Why would I want to not use all that stuff and just stick the Predator engine in there when I can just source out a new engine and just stick that in there and have all those components still working? That's huge. So that's pretty much why I haven't jumped straight into this, and it's kind of just been sitting here. But I wanted to get you guys an update because, like, this is going to be a cool project. I want to throw a new engine in here, so that's just the plan with that, and we're just kind of waiting for some money. So really had to get you guys the update on that. Plus, I mean, no one's seen it because I haven't made a new video since New Year's. So now that you guys have heard the update with Alex's dirt bike, you now have seen my new toy that I'm going to do something with on the channel, and we have updates on the Eclipse again. I know everybody wants to see the Eclipse done, so do I. Good things come with time, we can't rush that. Pretty much, this blab session is over. You guys have probably seen the Pity sitting here with the back tire off. Just has a flat tire. I got to put that back on, so if you're wondering, that's why. Save you comments. Or actually do comment. We like the algorithm. But now that you guys have an update with Big's life, I would like to say to you guys, hope you guys are having an amazing New Year's. Almost at 1,200 subscribers. That is literally insane. And again, thank you to everybody that bought t-shirts from me. That's huge. It's really going to help with the Eclipse. So with that being said, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And as always, have a nice night.